The first one we're going to look at here is of the storyboards, and the storyboards are what we end up doing after we design all the characters. We have to show these to the overseas studios so that they know what to put in each one of the scenes, and in some cases exactly what we want in a particular frame. Generally, there are 24 frames drawn to make every second of animation. So if you do the math, you can see there's a lot of work done in even just a 3 to 4 minute video like we're going to be doing compared to a full-length feature. Some of the characters are going to be recognizable that you've been familiar with from the CD cover. We want to get those in there as part of the story. One of the other things, obviously, from my aspect of looking at it visually is that we want to do some nice transition and some arty-farty stuff so that when you're looking at it for the 3 or 4 minutes it's sort of interesting. So if we take a look at scene 110 here, we've got a guy sitting in an office, and then we've got columns sitting on either side of him, and eventually those columns will blur out and become sort of downshots of 2 fighter planes and fighter jets that are going to be shooting over the city. And so again, those dissolves that sort of transition from one scene to another, I think done right and not overused, can actually be something of interest that move the video along and help it make it more interesting to the viewer. Again, here's another one, scene 63. This is showing a couple things. One, a little bit of design. As you can see here, we got the bayonets, we got the kid in black in the middle here, and then we got the bad guys all dressed up. But this is sort of some of the symbolism you're going to see within the video of sort of the conflict throughout time that man has been fighting. And it's sort of a big overall theme that this music video is going to be about in terms of sort of the greed and the power that people have been struggling against. And because of those two themes, obviously you have to have a backdrop of the politics that go around the world, because everything is driven in our world these days by the politics of every country and the agenda that each one of them has. So you're going to be seeing a lot of the world leaders of some of the big major countries around the world, and it's going to be tying into what's happening to the oppression of the people as they walk around the street. And then obviously you need that sort of through story of your hero, and we see him down below here in this particular scene. He's actually tied up, as you can see in this third panel here, and he's struggling to break himself free. Ultimately he will, and then he'll go on a path to try and, you know, in the simplest terms, beat the bad guy. Up above here is, again, some quick shots of our villains who are basically taking on the people, and it's up to our hero to actually save the day, quote-unquote, in sort of an artistic way with the backdrop of the music as we see all the other things. So hope you like what we were doing, and we'll get back to you soon with some more information.